Josh's performance over Franklin. How did you see his performance? Critics are always going to be
there.
They
were really critical. I mean,
very critical, exactly.
Very always overcritical of the big stars, and that's all right. It's just life. But I liked a lot of what I saw. Solid, not spectacular, was the way I explained it. I thought there's a lot of stuff that I saw that I liked with his improvements with Derek James. I thought his defence was very good. His feet were good. I don't think he was as aggressive enough as he should be. But also, if he lost the fight, his career was over. So there was a lot on the line, and. We can move on from that. I think he needs one more fight, just a step up from that level, to gel more with Derek James, and then I think he's ready for all the big names in December.
Yeah, I like that. You can see him using his distance, actually using his jab, and like something previously.
He's had 3 trainers in 3 fights,
exactly.
So it's difficult. Everybody wants him to be more aggressive and knock people out, and I'm sure that will come.
He keeps on calling for the Fury fight.
Yeah.
And it's there's always politics in this Fury fight. There's also the Wilder fight, Usyk fight. I don't know which one's the one that we could possibly get.
I think Fury or Wilder are the 2 big fights for him, later in the year. And he's up for all those fights. He wants to have those big fights. This is the last chapter of his career. I don't know, 5, 8 fights left, whatever it could be. It could be anything. But certainly he's enjoying being in Texas with Derek James. He's enjoying improving. And I think he just needs one more fight to gel with him before he takes the ultimate risk.
In Dallas, in my backyard.
Yeah, exactly. I was there recently.
Last 2 questions, Eddie, real quick. I know there's a lot going on with Conor Benn's situation with the fight that it could be made once again. What's the status of Conor Benn, the situation? I know they're saying that the BBC might not give him his license. He can't fight in Saudi Arabia. What is the whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment he doesn't have a license to fight in the UK. He can fight in any other country. But we would like him to go through that process in the UK. But his next fight will be an international fight. Looks like June. We're just going through that process at the moment. Hopefully we get an announcement next week.
Hopefully we get that fight. Last one. I know you've probably just heard, and it's just, I guess it's not too clear at the moment, but Amir situation. He's been banned from the sport for 2 years from his previous fight. If I'm mistaken, it was last year or so. What is your overall thoughts on that?
I mean, look,
politics again.
The commission's job, the governing body's job, is to govern the sport from a regulatory and a disciplinary standpoint. So they make the decisions on sanctioning the fight. Everyone thinks that I make the decisions on sanctioning fights. I really don't. And the problem is there is so much uncertainty, particularly in the UK. They don't acknowledge VADA or haven't in the past. They only acknowledge Ukad. Conor Benn passed all his Ukad tests, I think 5 of them in that camp. And then this one is a Ukad test that Amir Khan failed. 14 months it's taken to come out.
Yeah, that's what I was
absolutely
kind of
ridiculous. And that for me is a concern for Conor Benn, because it's nearly a year since Conor Benn failed his test, right? And he hasn't boxed. So if I go through that procedure with Ukad, how long is it going to take? That took 14 months. What does this take? The same? More? It's outrageous. And the whole drug testing, I mean, to be honest with you, the whole drug testing system worldwide needs so much improvement in boxing. And it's only for the promoters that are paying for additional testing, which we can't do every single show. But we do more than anybody in boxing, which is an additional layer of testing with VADA. Really, I feel like the commissions need to invest more as well to provide that testing. If you do a fight in a certain state, I feel like they should be providing the testing, And if not, it's our job to try and do it as well where we can. It's $30,000 per fight for testing.
It's a lot.
But we also need to keep the sport safe and regulated. But in the UK, the problem is like we said, it took 6-9 months for people to find out he even failed a test, and the process took 14. So there's a lot of problems, but we just got to keep evolving and keep on improving.
Eddie, thank you so much. Thank you for speaking with Fight Hub TV, and appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. In the morning, I know there's
5K, make sure you're there.
5K,
good man. It's going to be a big turnout.
I'm excited for that one, so I'll see you in the morning.
Cheers, mate. Thank
you.
you.
Eddie, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.